there, Gemini. As you can see, I've switched things up a little bit. I moved my reading table. And if you have any decorating ideas for me, shoot them at me, because I'm not a decorator. We're going to look at your predictions for the week of the 17th of January through the 23rd. Your overall energy for this week is the void of course moon. Nothing coming of a particular situation for now. We've got kind of a stagnant, stalemate energy. And I have a feeling I know why, and we're going to get into it. But first I have to say my piece. It's a general reading. So you do take what resonates, you leave the rest. You can also check your moon and rising sign as well. Remember, energies are interchangeable, so take this as it resonates and fits for you. There's an extended love reading in the description box below if you want to dive deeper into the love messages. So let's get started for you, Gemini. Okay. We've got the Five of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Four of Swords in a past situation here. Signs represented so far. Remember, this may not be their sun sign, and if you don't hear your person's sign, that's okay. It's just representing energy, but I do see Taurus, Cancer, Libra, Leo, Pisces, Aries, Scorpio, yourself represented on the table here. So Five of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Four of Swords. There is abandonment. There's a feeling of left out. There's a feeling of you being pushed out of a situation, or maybe removing yourself from a situation. Maybe you decided to go your separate ways from somebody because it felt like that was the best path forward for you with the Chariot. And now we're kind of in a holding pattern. So this does feel like there's some, it doesn't feel super duper overwhelmingly sad in the past. It just feels like this is a hard time. This is a time that maybe feels quiet to you, maybe not a lot of action to you. And Gemini likes a lot of action, a lot of conversation, very curious, very intelligent sign. So let's do some clarification on this Five of Pentacles. The Queen of Swords, the World, and the Eight of Swords. Gemini, this is not something that typically happens to you. But this is what's showing that's happening here, is that there is so much you wanted to say. The words just weren't coming easily. It was like you were stuck in your head, right? Not knowing what to say, when to say it. There's so much that's still contained inside of you that you're wanting to get out. Say what you need to say. Let it be free. But those words are just stuck because you and that's making you feel stuck. When your words are stuck, Gemini feels kind of stuck, because that's how you experience the world, is to talk, to express, to exchange ideas. The Chariot here, it just seemed like this was the way to go. This was the way to move forward, was to hold back and not say these things. But I wonder now if you're kind of doubting that, if you're thinking, I should have said what I needed to. The Empress, the Hermit, and the Chariot again showing up. Virgo energy here as well. This is a time of going within. This is a time of being quiet, of maybe getting in touch with either nature or with your inner self, what you need in order to move forward. But Gemini, I do feel restless energy. I feel like there are some circumstances here that are coming through this whole reading that prevented you from being able to tell someone how you felt. Let's look at the Four of Swords. The Five of Wands, the Queen of Coins, and the Eight of Cups. See, I'm seeing you walking away from this challenge. This is a challenge. And you may have felt challenged in this situation. You may have felt like your person was not paying attention to you, was not interested in you. Maybe their attention was directed at other circumstances or even at other people. But there's some extenuating circumstance that caused you to swallow all of the things that you wanted to say, that you still need to get out, that are still on your mind and in your heart. Because I see you walking away from it. I see you going, this probably isn't worth it. I don't need to say it. I probably just need to leave this in my past. But it's still coming up. Like you're feeling this urge. You're like, why didn't I just get it out? Maybe it was hard to get it out. Maybe it was hard to say what you wanted to say. We have the Three of Wands, the Eight of Cups again, and the Six of Wands in the future. It does look like for the time being that leaving this in the past was the right move for now. Let's look at the Three of Wands. You may be at a distance from your person physically. You definitely are at a distance from them emotionally, but you guys may actually live physically in different places. We have the Ace of Wands, the Moon, and the Page of Wands. How many times have you debated just showing up on their doorstep? How many times have you wondered if you just seized some opportunity in some way, if you couldn't just fix this fucking situation, if you couldn't just change the course of everything? And then you start to be afraid, you start to second guess, you start to doubt, you start to be like, and the emotions get overwhelming. And so once again, you push them down, you walk away, you say, I'm not dealing with this situation, I'm not going to go there, I'm not going to think that way. Because again, I know this isn't good for me, so no, right? That it comes up over and over. And I really do feel like this is part of you, your spirit, your soul, that no matter what the outcome of it is, some things need to be said. They just do. You got to take that risk and take that gamble in order to be true to yourself. The Fool, the Ten of Wands, and the Hangman. This is a burden. You are burdened. Your soul is burdened. You're not able to start anew again. You're not able to take this leap of faith to just say it, to just tell them how you feel, tell them all these things that have happened between the two of you, why you responded ways that you did. Ask them the things that you want to know. Why did you do this, X, Y, Z? Well, hey, from my perspective, I did this because, all those things, all those words that need to be said right now, you are carrying them on your shoulder and it is making you stuck. You keep saying, I'm walking away from this. You keep saying, I'm not dealing with this right now. But you aren't really getting very far because this burden on your back is so goddamn heavy. It's like, how can I walk across this mountain, or how can I walk this distance when I'm holding all of this inside of me? It's fucking heavy and I want to put it down. I want to say these things to you. The Six of Wands here is in the future position, or transitioning us really into the future. The Six of Wands is a success, a triumph, okay? So this is talking about what you need to get success and victory here. Okay, Ten of Swords, painful endings, and the Nine of Cups, the Two of Swords. This is a very peculiar mixture of energy. I feel like you would rather there be a challenge, a fight even. You would rather even have this battle of words. You would rather that than the painful ending, the quiet, the silence. There's a song lyric that I really love, and this fits this. It says, of all the weapons you fight with, your silence is the most violent. And I think that that's what we're dealing with here, is the silence is deafening. It's maddening. It is not what you want. And in order for you to really be fulfilled and get your victory, these two cards, the Six of Wands and the Nine of Cups here, you would rather have the knockdown, drag out fight. You're like, I'm getting to the point where it's only gonna go so far. I can only hold this in so long. At the last line here in the future, we have Five of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the Strength card. We do have sadness again. I mean, we have you focused on it. We have you looking at it. We have you paying attention to what you lost. We have it causing you anxiety. We have it stressing you out here. But then we have strength at the end. Why do you think Before I even lay out the clarifying cards, you probably know what I'm going to say, because why do you think we're moving from sadness and anxiety into being strong? Strong enough for what? Strong enough for what? To say it. So let's go ahead and clarify, talk through these. Your emotional maturity, the King of Cups is here, and the King of Wands, actually. The Three of Wands. You're making a plan how to do this. In the future, you're going to be making a plan. How do I say it? Like, you may be making notes, like your little talking points. You may be rehearsing it in the bathroom, in the mirror, figuring out what you're going to say. But your place that you're coming from, your emotional maturity, the insight that you have on this situation is totally different than what it would have been however many months ago that this occurred, that this silence, this gaping distance between the two of you started. And now you've reflected on it. You have a lot to say. You have a lot you need to say. And it's actually really valuable. I think that it would be valuable for your person to hear this. They are ready. They're ready to hear what you have to say if you want to reach out and say it. So then we have the Nine of Swords. We have the Ace of Swords, speak your truth. Three of Coins and the Six of Coins, give them the gift of truth. That's what's saying here. Give them this gift of your truth, of the things that only you can say. That's what you need, and that's what your person needs. And I do see collaborative effort here. I do see an exchange with the Three of Coins. So they're giving it back too. They're telling you their perspective. They're telling you their truth. They also want to give you their side of the story. And I think that now more than ever, you want to hear it. Even if you're angry, even if what they've done is bad and you feel like it's inexcusable, you still are ready to hear what their explanation or what their side of the story is. So Strength is what we end on here, which is a lovely, lovely card to end on. Are you going to be strong enough to give them that truth? The Six of Swords, the Death card, and the Six of Wands. Yes, this is how you get your victory. This is how you really, truly move on, is to be strong enough to get all of this out. And whatever that means, whatever moving on is for you, whether it's moving on, like if you want that person in your life, we're not even talking about that yet. We're talking about you just getting out of the stuck place. For you to move forward, the Six of Swords, for you to move past stagnation and past defeat and past heartache. This is what you need. We have the Death card. We have an ending of this stage. If you feel like you've been stuck, you have to go back to the last place that you were when things made sense. And then we have the Six of Wands, triumph, victory. Here you go. This is what you're looking for. You're looking for that sense of satisfaction, like you know where you're going again. You know what direction you're heading and how to get there. So Gemini, it's all about using your gift of gab to move yourself, propel yourself forward past your stagnation. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again next week.